It's the Tiny One slash Bishi. And this will be interesting when I edit this and see how my voice sounds. Yes, I don't have my partial in because I'm feeling too miserable right now, and it's just one extra thing that's in my mouth bothering me, and the less bothers that I currently have while I'm recovering, the better. I kind of sort of have a feeling of how I sound, but I don't know exactly how I sound. So, like I said, this is going to be an interesting edit for this video. Uh, as you can tell, my voice is just. I sound like a troll version of myself, or Mandy Man, or something. I don't know. I probably sound like super duper horrible. Uh, I'm no longer having the runny nose. I'm no longer having the sinus pressure from the last video. I'm still, uh, I'm still having a mild grade fever on and off, but it's not enough to bother me. It's not enough to make me feel miserable like before. So I'm just kind of leaving it. Excuse me. My brother did find me some emergency packs. So I have two of these. I took one. Today's Friday morning. It's like 11:17. I took one yesterday, Thursday morning, so I'm going to take this uh, after I get some rest. There was a mix-up with the scheduling with my dad. He was supposed to come Wednesday, but then I think he forgot, and then thought Friday, something like that. I'll figure out what's going on. But anyways, he's coming today, later today after I get some rest. So that's what's going on with that. And he gets to hear my lovely voice. I also, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but my lips are chappy, and I have a little, I don't know, it's a rip in the skin. That's the other thing when you have chronic illness and when you have suspected Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, you have what's called velvet skin. And velvet skin is not something that I can, what is it? I can't fake it, you know? And people have told me this over and over. Oh, your skin is so soft. What do you use? I don't use anything. Sometimes if I'm having like a bad flare up from like my eczema, I'll use lotion with aloe vera in it. Uh, Other times it's just hand sanitizer, just to try and keep me as well as possible. But yeah, or like in the winter when my hands are feeling blah. And then even so often I will take, when I can find it at a good price, it's Aspercream is Aspercream lotion, and that helps a lot with my hands when I'm not feeling good. Uh, let's see. I'm doing okay. Here's something that I think I should address to people who are curious about. Actually, let me put my partial in because it's starting to bother me, and then you'll get to see what the partial looks like because I've never shown my partial, and we're talking about chronic illnesses and we're talking about chronic stuff. Uh, my teeth, you see that this one over here is a half tooth, and then this one is gone. This was from a bike accident. I flipped over the handlebars. The uh, the roots came out with the tooth, and the roots died, and they weren't able to save the teeth, and so that's why I had that. Plus, my mouth was already overcrowded anyways, small mouth, too many teeth, so I had to have some teeth removed, and this was kind of the result. The other thing about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, it's a degenerative disorder. and it degenerates the joints and other parts of the body in different ways. For me, it affected my teeth. And if you had seen it, I don't even want to look at photos from like almost 3 years ago because like all my teeth had like, I need to brush them, but they all had like black stuff all over on top, everything. And it was just so gross, especially being a cosplayer. It was like embarrassing, and I didn't want to take fun. I didn't want to talk to other people. I didn't want to meet new people because my mouth was so disgusting. And it wasn't until my insurance finally found me a dentist. Yeah, it was all the way in, it was pretty far to the point where my dad had to pick me up the day before. I would spend the night at my aunt's place, and then my dad would drive me super early in the morning to make these appointments. But he could only take me once a month because of how far it was and how much gas it took and everything. But it was the sacrifice they made, and because of my heart, they had to go so slowly with the process, doing fillings, doing caps, doing this, doing that. And so finally, I got to the point where I've got this, and it's what's called a partial. Unfortunately, it's temporary. It's not permanent. Uh, so like it's basically just for show. But it's along with the fillings and everything else they've done, it's boosted my confidence so much. Um, I'm in a lot less pain, and it's a lot uh, safer for me because my heart isn't in jeopardy now because my mouth being healthier. But it was, and basically with the partial, I just take a regular toothbrush and take cold water because this is plastic. I don't want to melt it. And I just, brush it like a normal tooth, flip it over, brush all this, and then when I'm done, well, after I brush my own teeth, I just stick it up in there, and then there it is. Now you know my secret. But anyways, something I wanted to address that some people might be asking is because I do a lot of gaming on my channel, and I have quite a few gaming videos up. People might be curious, how can you be chronically disabled and have all these issues like with pain and all that, and pain and headaches and everything, but you play video games? How does that work? Let me just tell you what I've mentioned before in videos. I can't take Vicodin. I basically have to take Tylenol and Advil, and then sometimes not even those touch the pain. But I'm real wary of taking anything else stronger because, oh, you can see my little redness in my nose from all the blowing. Uh, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. Thank you. Oh. Um, Basically, video games are a good distraction for me, and I have a PS3. I have a Wii. I can sit on my bed and I can game that way in the comfort of my bed, laying down, propped up. Sometimes I'm okay enough to sit up at my computer desk. I don't make my gaming sessions very long, and I only game when I'm really feeling up to it at the computer. So when I'm not feeling up to it by one distraction, I make those sessions a lot shorter, and I don't record because if I have to abruptly end the game, I don't want to disappoint people. That I just screw my glasses up. Oh, it's the headset. I don't want to disappoint fans with videos, so that's why. I do a lot of gaming off camera. So what you see is what I'm doing good on a good day, or the pain is minimal and I'm not having to worry about it so much. Like I get in the game and I can forget about it. That's my medicine. That's my distraction. Because sometimes when you're chronically ill, you have to find any distraction possible to keep going on, or else you get consumed with the pain and then it just comes overwhelming and unbearable. And and that's no way to live. That is never a way for anybody to live. Excuse me, I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. Oh, sorry about that. Hopefully I'll sound better now. Or probably not. That's just me. But yeah. Um Also I play a lot of simple games. Uh Off the camera that don't require a lot of thinking or concentration. Games that games that probably other people would find boring. Like I like to do the solitaire. I like to do mahjong. I like to do stuff like Adventure Capitalist. Just simple clicker games where you just defeat enemies by click, click, click. Although sometimes the pain gets so bad that uh, my fingers are aching too much for me to do those type of games. But when it gets that bad, I have to move to my other distraction, which is watching YouTubers that I enjoy, Netflix, Hulu. I have an Amazon Prime subscription because I use Prime a lot. I should say because I use Amazon a lot. Not a plug, but just telling the truth. And also, I have a Funimation account. So I have many levels of distraction. And then when none of those will do it, or I'm just too exhausted to keep sitting up at my computer, I'll just lay down and take a rest or take a nap, have the TV on, and it's kind of like background noise as I close my eyes and rest. I find little ways to help me get through a bad pain session or even get through the day. Because sometimes my pain sessions last a day, 2 days, and it's horrible, especially when the winter comes. Uh, because I get the pain flares from the cold, and it's ridiculous because we have double pane windows all through our apartment, but still I can feel the cold coming in. Even when the heater's on, unless the heater's on like super high, and I try not to have it on super high because of the bills, I'm not rich. But even when the heater's on, even when I'm wrapped up in socks, I got my hoodie, sometimes I'm wrapped up in my grub blanket, I can still feel the cold. Um, and it still affects me pretty bad. It's also my lower back too, where I have arthritis. Oh, it's ridiculous, but you know, you find the things that help you out when you need it. Uh, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because I know people are probably curious, especially when you go to my channel and you see me have so many like gaming videos for like Overwatch, World of Warcraft, uh, Diablo 3, and then you're like, but now you're talking about being chronically ill. But again, I was inspired by some YouTubers I found who chronicle their chronically ill journey. Yes, I am not as chronically ill as them, but I still have chronic illness nonetheless. It's still a journey for me. It's still, ooh, put on. It's still something I handle. Ugh, now I have hiccups on a day by day, moment by moment basis, and that doesn't make me any less deserving of being seen as chronically ill or any more deserving as being chronically ill. You know, and if you're chronically ill, you're chronically ill. You know, if you're legitimately chronically ill, I should say. If you're not, and you're using the chronically ill tag, then you will be found out, and karma will get you. That's the way I feel, because it's an illness. Why would you want to fake being sick? If you see so many people suffering, being sick and being chronically ill, why would you want that? For sympathy? Sympathy only lasts so long. And then what? I mean, you're gonna keep up the facade? Anyways, I digress on my little rant. It makes me so fired up to find people who are not chronically ill and that claim, oh, I've got fibro, oh, I've got brain fog. And it's just words. It's just a way to find an out for whatever behavior they're doing, you know, or to excuse a certain bad behavior of theirs. Anyways, I should end this video because my body is saying, you need to stop talking right now. And plus, I need to have some sort of voice. I had no voice on Wednesday. I'm slowly getting it back. And I need to have some sort of voice to talk to my dad when he comes. So, anyways. And it's almost 20 minutes. So sorry. I didn't mean to go and be ranty pants. Ranty McRant pants. Again. And then I'm even ranty when I'm in an Overwatch queue. Anyways. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Not like me. Not like me. I just poked myself in the jaw. That's good. And I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, bye. Oh.